My name is Chip with CompuSystems. We provide the registration services as well as lead retrieval for the show here. CompuLead is the product that we have here at the show, and we've got a couple of new things here for 2018. So we've got a faster scanning engine. Basically, it's a piece of software that will make the camera operate faster for your scanning. Autonomous activation. That means that all of your staff now can activate the devices by themselves. No more having to worry about passwords, usernames, things like that. We've got an improved interface. We've got a new green theme that's going through all of our apps, and we'll show you that in just a second, as well as CRM integration. So we've got Salesforce, HubSpot, Marketo, Eloqua, and some other CRM platforms that we integrate with now. So CompuLead, so let's go over the interface real quick. It operates on both iPhone and Android devices. So all the major platforms that you have out there, we support. The home screen we show you right here on the iPhone. Again, that green theming is throughout. On the second page, we have going through the app, the iPad. Basically, this little slide menu pops up when you first open up the app, and finally at the end, we have our Android version. New for this year, we have a little tutorial that will pop up if you're not familiar with the app. It'll walk you through, and all you have to do is just tap anywhere on that screen to proceed. And again, we use industry standards. Once you've logged into the device, you're brought to our dashboard here, where all you have to do is press Add New Lead. It's really the only button you'll have to interact with on the page here. And of course, all of this is integrated with the registration system, so you're getting all of the information provided throughout the registration process. So you're getting, as you can see right here, so you're getting first name, last name, company. You're getting all the contact information. That includes email. You also get demographic questions answered during the registration process. So a lot of the questions about, are you a distributor, buyer, what are you looking for? Again, all these are required during the registration process. For all the CompuLead shows, we're aiming for the QR code. So that's going to be the square one on the side of the badge. And again, that autonomous activation, so that's actually the most popular feature we've rolled out in the past year, and a lot of people are very, very fond of it, especially show organizers, because you don't have to chase down 15, 20 different people, hand out passwords, make sure they didn't fat figure the numbers. It makes it a whole lot easier. Basically, your staff is going to scan their badge with their device, and it'll log them in automatically. Again, no more passwords, no more chasing down people. No more saying, hey, did you log in right? We make it too easy for you guys. And then one of the new things that comes with the scan to activate this year is it will automatically fill in the first and last name of the user of the badge. So if John Smith is activating his badge, you'll know that all those leads were collected by John Smith. You'll know that he was either performing or maybe he doesn't get to come to Vegas next year. You can really sort out who's being of value on site. And again, if people aren't here to perform, should they be here? And again, once you go through and you scan the attendee information, you're going to get all that contact information. I went through that. And let's show you how to then mark some of that information within the CompuLead app. Again, you're just going to aim and frame the QR code. We just have a picture of a card here in the viewfinder right now. But this is what the viewfinder display is going to look like. So if you can take a selfie, if you can take a picture, you can use this. Usually it can scan from about a foot away. It's got great range with the new scanning engine we have. You can go through and edit leads. So if you are provided, so if the attendee registers and maybe it's not the most current information, maybe they switch jobs, maybe they want to give you the best email. You can go through and you can edit their profile right here on that main page once you scan. We call this the attendee data page. So once you've scanned a badge, you can go through, you can edit this information, and you get the old information as well as the appended information. So if you are all about driving the most correct data into your systems, and you want to have your staff double check, hey, is this email correct? You can have your staff go through and append that if you need to. Once you do that, you can just press save, and that information is logged. Now, qualifiers and surveys. I can't tell you guys enough. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. This is the most important thing you can do with CompuLead. Going through and having static qualifiers Typically, people will insert SKUs, quantities, whatever's going to help you remember what you talked about. The qualifiers are more of a checklist format, like you see right here, whereas our surveys, those are more like a multiple choice format. So again, you can go through pre-show and customize any of these fields in here. You can then sort in the Excel file by each of these. So if you wanted to put in part XYZ and your seller marks someone is interested in that part, you can sort that Excel file so you can really get to those top buyers as quickly as possible once the show's done. Again, it's all about providing context because nobody likes making cold calls and they sure as hell don't like receiving them. So again, it's all about providing context for those follow-up calls to help your sales folks perform even better. Again, the qualifier is a checklist type format, whereas the survey, if you've got more kind of graduated questions, multiple choice format, that's the one for you. And you can access any of those at the bottom tabs on either iOS or Android just down there. So again, the two most important things you can do is set up your qualifiers pre-show or set up your surveys pre-show. Again, I can't say it enough, it's going to help you guys sort out who you need to follow up with. While qualifiers and surveys are the most important, notes are the most popular. They're the easiest to do. Again, you're not getting a static response that you can go through and sort, but you are getting whatever information your seller is going through and entering at the time. So if you want to put in, again, SKUs, quantities, told a funny joke, whatever's going to provide that context to help you remember what you talked about. Because again, the whole purpose of this is to prevent the cold call. If you go with one of our upgradable content features, you can send PDF documents and video links directly from the app to the attendee while they're standing in your booth. It'll make sure that your material ends up in their inbox instead of crumpled up in a swag bag or in a trash can 3 rows down. You got to make sure that this information sticks to these people. And this is one of the best ways to do it. That's the content feature. It's an upgrade if you decide to go with it. The follow-up. Now, how do we get the data? How do we get the information? You can go through and you can log into our My Leads portal, and you can download an Excel, a CSV file with all the information. So it's going to have every field that we went over, the first name, last name, company, title, as well as the demographics, notes, qualifiers, surveys. All that information is going to be available for download. I know it's not giant on here, but the most common question at the end, which button do I press? Download My Leads right there. So again, you can do that at any time. This is available live, so if you want to do it daily, try and remarket to those people, get them to come back to the booth while they're still in town. That's really a best practice. You can do that. So the first field that you're going to see is the device label, so the first and last name that was collected. You can print out, we do have printers available if you'd like to get one of those, but you can always print out the Excel file on your own as well. So you've got full access to that to do with it what you wish. Okay. Some people might be concerned with connectivity. So one of the most important things that people are concerned about when they get to one of these trade shows is what happens if there is, we lose cellular connectivity. You don't need to worry. As long as you're on a Wi-Fi network to download the app and activate, you really don't need to be concerned with being connected while you're scanning. All that information, once you get to a good network, will sync up to our cloud, and then again, you can download it as soon as it syncs up. In terms of physical equipment, now the majority of what we have here are going to be apps. It's definitely the most popular option that people are going with at the shows. So you can go through and you can then download the CompuLead on your own. Likewise, if you maybe have a hosted booth, if you guys are doing a reception, if you guys have a host or a hostess, one of the most popular options is to go with a tablet because, again, you may not want them collecting, you may not want them scanning on their personal devices. So this is a way that you can kind of take that liability away from your temps that you're hiring and just use one of our pieces of physical equipment. It's going to operate exactly the same as it would on your personal devices, and it's all running on the Verizon 4G network, so you'll have connectivity the whole time. And as I said, the printer is pictured right there. If people like to handwrite notes, if you're doing a contest and you want to have a kind of rip and stick kind of thing, definitely something to take advantage of. And finally, so I went over the CRM and marketing automation integration just a little bit. So if you guys are using a Salesforce, HubSpot, Marketo, Pardot, Eloqua, Microsoft Dynamics is coming down the pipeline as well. If you guys are using any of those systems and you're tired of downloading an Excel sheet and then having to parse it out, if you would just like all that information to be automatically input into your CRM, let's have a conversation after, and it's definitely something that we can facilitate for you guys. And then I made a note, I made 2 other notes for myself. So just to let you guys know, this will scan at both events. So if you guys are exhibiting at both shows or you'll have representation at both shows, you can scan badges from both events. So if someone from SEMA comes over here, it integrates fully with those badges. And then also if you guys are scanning offsite or if you guys are scanning at a session, you can also use this to track your attendance. So you can figure out which of your buyers from your list actually showed up simply by scanning them. And we have some new modes set up just for those high volume situations. So again, one of the best things you can do other than having great staff here, a great built booth, lead retrieval's number 3 on that list. And thank you guys very much.